today, on Monday, 18th of May, we're going to present 3 of our full courses. The bag-making course, the Bespoke Shoemaking course, and the Fashion Making Master Program. Okay, so just a bit of an overview. I think that everyone more or less joined. So a bit of an overview on Schola and who we are. We are not only a school, but we're an educational and creative ecosystem that's dedicated to contemporary and modern craftsmanship. And as you know, we're based in Florence, in Santo Spirito especially. It's a neighborhood that's been always linked to craftsmanship, because if you wander through Santo Spirito, you're going to find workshops, ateliers, artisans, and it's been like this for many years now. I would say many decades now. So we feel that it's something that's also shaped who we are and why we're based in this particular area of Florence. Our teaching method is learning through making. So we believe that knowledge and creativity can emerge from, as you can see, the empirical dialogue of hands and material. So that means that we think that once you train your hand and once you practice, you kind of start to feel at ease with working with a specific material, with the matter, and once you feel once you build a connection with the material, there's endless possibilities of that open. So it's a different way of learning. We really believe that learning is through the hands, not only through the mind. It's not only about studying how something is made, but actually, making it and also making mistakes. Our courses are pretty intense because it's 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, morning to late afternoon. So you really take the most out of those 20 weeks, 12 weeks, depends on the course. We really believe in multidisciplinarity. That means that once you come here, but you're also going to see this in the video we're going to show you. There's no wall in between the classes. So that means that you're going to be able to see what your colleagues are doing, maybe with leather, with ceramics, with maybe another type of matter, but it's going to influence also your way of learning, and your way of interacting with your own in your own discipline. And yeah, we believe in that both tradition and innovation have to be there. So our goal is to build a new generation of makers that are modern, visionary, and that really know how to transform memory into craftsmanship that's worth remaining in time. There's so much that's been created and done these days, but we really think that if you take your time, you can really make something that's worth making. It's not pointless. So now we're going to show you a bit of our venue. We didn't show all of it because it would take much longer than this. So you won't be able to see the kitchen or the fashion court or the fashion part. You're going to see it, but you're going to have just a bit of a taste. It's going to be a glimpse into our venue, and it's going to take it's 8-10 minutes long, and then we'll head on with the first presentation, with the first bag making course. Okay, so you should be able to see it.
Ciao, how are you? Welcome. Please come in. Welcome to Schola, and you can see this beautiful place, which is based in Oltrarno. We're in Florence, obviously, Italy, and this part is called Oltrarno, over the Arno River, which is the area where all the craftsmen and artisans are based and work in Florence. I show you around the school so you can have a look. Here you can see this area, which is the leather in collaboration with Scuola del Cuoio. Here we have obviously the bag making course, which is a course that is based on an improving weekly improving, basically. So it's a complexity that goes from the beginning, where you do a car holder, until now, where you start to do something that is more complicated, which has metal, which has bendings and stuff. I don't know how to call it, but I mean, this is a bag that is actually being made by a student. I think even this one, but we cannot show very much when the project is going to be finished. And the 20 weeks program is going to be finished. Here you can see another one. You can see the final results. Every student works in his own way. Someone brings his own leather, someone brings his own metal, someone brings his own stuff. Everyone is different, and here is reflected. Every student is going in his own direction. Obviously, the teachers, the maestros are driving them, are helping them, are fixing the mistakes as well. Mistakes are an important part of our teaching method, because it's about repeating something, about you making sure that your end learn some gestures, some movements, and then fixing mistakes before it's too late. So basically that's it. So come along, come with me. We go out for a second. Here we have our little library for our alchemy course, alchemy that goes towards cosmetic and go towards perfume. Obviously, here we have some of the, just 1% of the things that we're developing. And obviously, you probably cannot smell how nice is this essential oil that we have made by sage, sandal, and that's where we deal with plants and we transform nature into something diverse, different, and again, cosmetic, perfume, we distill as well. Here you can see some of the projects that we've been doing. This is a nice resume of different courses. So we have fashion making. We have a new textile that we made in Jacquard with the digital design made by one of our students. We have a bag, lovely, with the inside of the same materials. We have these shoes, this sabot, as well, with the brand Schola. And this is a project that we made there. I don't know if you can see, maybe you can join me quickly. You can see two projects, again, made by different area of Schola. So you can see a beautiful collar made of ceramic and another one, and then some dresses made. This is the use of the red color is because we collaborate with the Artemisia Association that deals with women that have suffered by this. But just a resume of our alchemy project, our project we did the students together, were plenty of things, and again, this is a place where creativity meet the need of using your hand, which I think is something that we're forgetting, and the kind of this society is carrying us away from what was the beginning of the human being, the use of the hands, and that's where we want to come back to that. We're gonna go up now, okay? Follow me, follow me, follow me. Here we go. So we're gonna go to the first floor of Schola, and here we're gonna find our two departments. One is pottery, ceramic, and porcelain, and the other one is shoemaking as well. So just carefully, step by step, and we're going to our first floor. The first thing you can see on the right side, it's our lovely oven as well, which is resting at the moment, is working pretty hard, especially in these days. Here we have a nice vase, and here we go. And we have as well Labbro, Maestro. Labbro is experimental art with glaze. What's that you just
the glaze that we are trying to manipulate.
All right.
So from a black glossy, we want a black matte.
All right.
Something surface.
Yeah, very good. And thanks so much. And I don't know, there's some of the projects that the students are developing as well. And a very funny one, there's a pomegranate made by one of the students last year. And yeah, what's this I was watching yesterday? Super heavy, and
This is wheel thrown base with a texture applied on without glaze, but just with a very strange and nice clay that is treated on the wheel with sodium silicate and a special technique to make this item.
Yeah, lovely. That's another project made by one of the students?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And
very good students from 2 years ago. It's called Maya.
okay. Good.
Low fireplace in the
Lovely. Good. Thanks, Lapo. And we'll keep going with the tour. And what about having a look at the shoemaking department? It's empty and quiet at the moment because it's the new course will start in September. But you can have a look on what's the daily work at the Bespoke Shoemaking course, which is in collaboration with Stefano Bemmer, one of the most important shoemaking brands, custom shoemaking brands in the world, which is based in Florence. So the teachers are professors and maestros, are professionals and maestros from Stefano Bemmer. You can see here all the tools that basically are needed to work on your desk. You see the difference. Now the desk, the leather making desk are very high, so you work standing, while these are very low, so you can use more the force of your arms and your on your hands, basically. And here you can see some samples that obviously we use, and different bits that we use to show the students how to approach, how to do this, how to do that. It's very interesting. Here we have the process from the cork applied to the bottom of the shoe, all the steps, until we have a good wooden sole. We are, that's the essence of our approach. I mean, we teach classical music, we teach Mozart, but we are more than happy, and we expect the students to go towards techno music, electronic music, and metal music and stuff like that, and so on. And you can see, we can see a lot of students that coming here, learn the basics, technique, learn how it probably has to be done, but then they go totally nuts and they develop their own projects, which are totally different from this classical approach. But you need this classical approach to be a good shoemaker. This is the wooden shape that has to be carved and make sure that you reflect the shape of the feet, so then you can produce your own shoes. You can see the leathers, the materials, and the shapes, and everything you need to make the pair of shoes. Obviously, there's a big difference between leather making, which throughout the long course you can do like 12 to 15 pieces. Probably with shoemaking you can do 2-3 shoes if you're very good, but the process is different and you need more time. But they're both very exciting programs. So here is the other two departments of Schola. As we were saying before with Lapo, we do have a kitchen as well, which has opened yesterday, and soon it will be online. In the kitchen, you have a place for 10 to 12 students and everything you need to learn how to cook. We teach a different approach to cooking, different philosophy. I mean, we expect that if you come from Thailand, Alaska, or France, then you go back and you do your own kitchen, your own local kitchen, 0 kilometers better because of what you learned here. So we teach the respect of who you get the product to, the respect of the product itself, respect of the local products, and that's the way we approach the culinary programs. But they will be explained by our teacher and professor further on. We just want to make sure that you see beforehand where your classroom is gonna be.
Okay, perfect. I don't know if you've got any questions. Otherwise, we can head on to the backmaking presentation. Sorry for not saying that before. That was Alessandro Colombo, our founder, that wanted to say hi. So he guided us through the school with this campus tour. So we're going to be presenting each course, and then if we've got time, you can also ask questions at the end of each panel, each presentation. Otherwise, at the end of the like 4:55, we can there's going to be one big Q&A if you want. But yeah, feel free in the meantime to write your questions in the chat, or to open your microphone once we're done with the presentation. Okay. Okay, so we can start with the backmaking course. So it's held in collaboration with the Schola del Cuoio, which is, I don't know if you already know Schola del Cuoio, but it's a leading academy. It's renowned worldwide. It has been founded after World War II inside the Santa Croce Monastery, and it actually started as a way to teach the orphans a way to earn a living. And now it became one of the most historic leather schools in the world, and it is also a founding partner of Schola. So regarding the schedule or the technical details, the backmaking course is 12 or 20 weeks long. The 12 weeks long is the introductory course, while the 20 weeks long is advanced. Let's say that in those 8 weeks, you're going to dive a bit more into all the specifics of backmaking. The schedule is Monday to Friday, 9:30 until 1. Then you've got your lunch break, and then it goes all the way until 4:30 p.m. So this year, it's going to start on August 31st. And then it's going to end on January 29th, if I'm not mistaken. There's also going to be a Christmas break from December 24th until January 6th. But for all the bank holidays, because in Italy we also have some bank holidays, we're going to also tell you more about it once you enroll, once you're here. But feel free to email us if you need a more detailed schedule. So here there's Flavia Notargiacomo. She's the maestro. Actually, she's been a student at Schola first. Then she started working for Schola del Cuoio. She's been an artisan there. And then she came back here at Schola. First, she was an assistant, and then she became the maestro and course coordinator. And since she has to teach now, so she had to teach some important topics she couldn't miss, she wanted to say hi. So we'll just head on to her presentation. So she's going to tell you a bit more about the course.
Hi, I'm Flavia Notargiacomo. I'm the maestro and coordinator of the backmaking course by Schola del Cuoio at Schola. I've been a student here at Schola, and after the program, I had the opportunity to work at Schola del Cuoio. The program consists of 2 modules, a 12-week foundational one and an 8-week advanced one. You start from the very beginning. No experience is required. You learn the materials, you learn how to use the machines, the tools, how to cut. You don't just practice exercises, you make real objects. Each one teaches you something different. Each one is a step forward. The module continues with the study of different factors and structures. If you continue the full 20-week program, you go further. More complex constructions, more autonomy. And then the final project, your own personal capsule collection. That comes from your research, your idea, your sensibility. All students come from different countries and from different backgrounds, but one thing in common, the desire to learn something real. I hope to meet you here next semester. The workshop will be ready to welcome you.
Okay, so at least you kind of met Flavia. We wanted you to actually at least see the face of the mentor that's going to support you throughout the course. There's also going to be Sara, so Flavia's assistant, and they're going to be supporting you throughout the course. So we thought that was a nice a welcome, a nice way for you to get to know the course, regardless of all the technical details, but also in a more humanly way, and since the course is made by the people that actually teach the course, and of course by the students that attend the course. So our teaching method, as I already said, it's learning by doing. So our courses are very intense. It's 7 hours a day, morning till late afternoon. Our classes are pretty small because it's usually around 10 participants per intake, because we really believe in the didactic relationship that you can develop with the teacher, the one-to-one relationship that actually allows the teacher to give you direct feedback and to support you and guide you throughout those 20 or 12 weeks in the most efficient way. You're going to be, of course, learning, and you're going to be making stuff with your hands from day one. So you're going to interact with the material, with the leather from the first day, because that's what we believe that has to be done for you to really get to know the material. So first you're going to touch it and to manipulate it with the guidance of the maestro, of Flavia, and you'll be immersed in a contemporary community of makers, as we tried to show you before with the campus tour, because you're also going to be meeting, people from different parts of the world, but also from different departments. Okay, so the lab. So we've got many machines. So we've got the sewing and the scarving machines. This one in the picture is the scarving machine. We also have like the splitting machine that helps make the leather thinner, and the glue spray machines. You'll be given a personal toolkit with all of the tools you need to work, and we're also going to be providing you with all the leather that you're going to be needing for all the exercises throughout the course, apart from the leather needed for your final project. Because since we think that choosing the leather, it's also a very personal choice, and it's also a style choice. So you'll be the one choosing the perfect leather for your final project. So that's the only leather that's not included. But the other leather, all the hair hardware, and all the materials are glue, everything you're going to be needing, it's going to be included. So the first module is a foundation of bag making. So you're going to learn about the different types of leather, because there's leather means so many things. There's so many types of leather you could choose. So you also get to know the different types and the hardware and the materials. You're going to be learning how to cut, how to stitch, how to construct. And first you're going to start with your relationship, and sometimes it's a bit of a challenge with patterns. So you're going to start with reading the patterns, knowing how to read them, and how to edit them, how to modify the patterns, slightly modify them at first, because that's a bit of a challenge, and that's also what's very exciting about the course, being able to later design your own patterns. So you're going to start obviously with small leather goods and simple models. Then in the second module, so you're going to be developing your own final personal project. So you're going to be working with advanced spec constructions, and you're going to be making your original patterns for your bags. And of course, you're going to also be learning about the linings, maybe the complex one that needs a particular type of stitching, and bags that have compartments. Because of course, as Alessandro was saying in the campus tour before, it's actually a course that's developed to make you learn one thing at a time, even there's many to learn. So you're starting maybe with a type of bag, then you're heading to the saddle bag, then to the bucket bag. There's many bags you're going to learn about, and then in the end, you're going to take all of those skills and turn them into your own projects. You're also going to have a bag design module. guided by Alessio Invidiato, which is our back design mentor. So we're going to be developing your concept development, the material research, knowing how to, merge functionality with product identity, with aesthetics. That's a never-ending challenge. Making something that's useful, functional, but that also it's appealing to the eye. And that you're going to learn about this with Alessio throughout the course. So you're going to be having one lesson per week with Alessio. And then in the end, all of the 20 weeks course, because the final project is only there for the 20 weeks course, going to culminate into your own capsule collection. So you're going to be conceiving and designing and building your own capsule collection, obviously under the guidance of your mentors, and with all of their support. And yeah, if we've got any questions, I think we've got a couple minutes, I'd say, a few minutes. So feel free to write the questions or open your microphone if you feel okay. You can also open it and share with us your doubts or anything.
Yeah, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
You were saying that in the project at the end, we will choose our letter. Is there any letter factory around the school or?
Yeah, we help you with the suppliers. There's also going to be field trips to the leather suppliers. So you're going to go there with your mentors. So they also teach you a bit more on how to recognize them, how to touch them, how to interact with the leather, and also how to choose them. So yeah, Tuscany is renowned, and the Florence district is renowned for its leather production. So yeah, we do put you in contact with the suppliers.
Do any students bring their own tools? I heard hardware and leather during the presentation.
So there's no need for you to bring your own tools because we give you a toolkit. But in case you already felt it easy with your own tools, it's something you can do. It's just a bit of a pain if you're taking, the plane to Italy. That could be a bit hard, but you can definitely do that. Jasmine was asking what kind of glue do you use? Is it cement? What kind of ventilation is it there? So we use we're trying to turn into a bit more sustainable approach. Sustainability is a big thing, is a big word, and we're trying to get to the. We're experimenting new things. At the moment, we're using a water-based glue. That's less toxic, because the problem with all of the glues it's that it's very toxic, and I think you already know this, Jasmine. So yeah, actually the building, I don't know if you saw it in the video, but it's an industrial building, so it's very high ceiling, it's huge glasses. So and yeah, we do have a ventilation system.
Can I just ask, but you don't have a ventilation hood, like a box area where you put the object in and you you just glue it at your desk and then the fumes go out?
No, we do have we've got the spray glue. So there is, a specific station where you actually go and spray the glue. So it's closed from 3 sides, apart from the side where we have to enter to spray it. So that's where we use the glue. So for the water-based glue, there's no need to since it's not that toxic, there's no need for like a specific ventilation that otherwise the other type of other components of the glues would need.
Got it. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you. Any other question? Otherwise, we'll head to the bespoke presentation. All good? Think we're good? Yeah. Okay. So we'll just head to the bespoke shoemaking course. So the bespoke shoemaking course is held in collaboration with our partner Stefano Bemer. which is one of Florence, but actually probably one of the world's most celebrated bespoke shoemakers. His goal was to create the perfect Italian shoe, and we think he managed to achieve that goal. Our program is built on Stefano Bemer's techniques, philosophy, and living legacy. And Stefano Bemer, like Schola del Cuoio, is also a founding partner of Schola. For what concerns the schedule or the technical details, the course is 20 weeks long. The schedule is Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 1. Then you've got 30 minutes of lunch break. Then it goes all the way until 4 p.m. For this year, so on fall, the course is going to start on August 31st, and there's no prior experience required. So there's people that come here that already have some experience, while others do not have it, don't have none. But it's fine with both cases. So do not worry if you've never made a shoe before. So your maestro is not going to be here now, because his teaching is working. So he's a master artisan at Stefano Bemer in Florence, and she's been in Italy and with Stefano Bemer for something like 20 years, I think even more than that. And he worked directly with Stefano Bemer. She's now the maestro and coordinator of the course. And today there's going to be Natalie that's going to be guiding you. Today I'm going to present you, then I'm leaving her to teach you, to tell you more about the course. She started here. And then I think that Natalie, you can present yourself. I'm sure you can tell many more things than what I can say. So,
okay. Hi everyone. As Desideria said, I studied at Schola almost 2 years ago, 2024 August I started. And after that, I did the Bespoke Shoemaking course, and then I stayed. I participated in Craft the Leather, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but it's a contest based on vegetable tan leather here in Tuscany. And I was assistant to Kumiko in the last year course. And right now I'm still at Schola starting my leather goods brand there, working in a new format that's called Craft Studio, Open Craft Studio. So yeah, I'm here to tell you about my experience a bit. So as they also said in the bag making course, I think the most beautiful thing is that from the day you start this course, you are hands-on with materials and making. From literally day one, you start making. So that's very nice. It's very intense. There's half an hour of lunch break, which makes it sometimes a bit hard, but very nice, because then you're working the whole day. In my case, we were 4 students, but last year there were 7. So it's a very small group, which gives you a lot of feedback from Kumiko, and you can really get to ask and do and try. I think that's very important, or I really like that. And yeah, you're surrounded, as you saw in also the tour, you're surrounded by all the artisans of the other courses as well. You will be given also a toolkit with all the tools you will use around the workshop. You will have also access to the sewing machines, the skiving machines, the splitting, and the sanding machines for the last part, for the heel making, which at first you start doing it without machine, but then it takes a lot of time. So it's better if you can use the sanding machine. And the leather as well, until your last project collection, then you can choose your leather. And you will be also making your bespoke last for yourself, so that is also included, and it's a woolen last. So in the first part of the course, you will start doing the half shoes, which I don't know if you were, when they showed the tour, they showed the half shoes, is the point part of the shoe, and that way you can start doing step by step and focusing in each part at first before you start doing a whole shoe, which you have to sew the whole soles. So then you start with the first shoe, which is in Oxford, and you do all the pattern making, the upper making, you do a finished shoe, but just one, sorry, left or right. Then the same with the loafer. And well, lasting, welting, the heel construction from scratch to finished. And finishing this first module, you do the foot measuring for another person, and then for yourself, Kumiko does it as well. So you have a double checked on that, and you choose the last you will want to modify. You will go with Kumiko to the last factory to finish choosing your last, which you will start modifying on the second part of the module. So in the second module, starting the second module, you will do your personal bespoke shoe last modification. And you will do a derby, this one, both shoes. So this is the first complete pair of shoes you will be doing for yourself in Norwegian stitch construction. And then you have 4 weeks for your final project. Your final project is a collection, which can be 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, how many you want and you can with this time. And I don't know if I said this, but Kumiko stays until 4 with classes, and then you normally have until 5:30 to finish working on your own with an assistant being there to practice either things or finish your project, or yeah, you can still have time, but Kumiko is not there at that moment. And like the bag making course, you will have once a week a class with Alessio on shoe design, shoe research, materials, concepts, and making all your ideas come a bit more down to earth, which will also help you for the final collection and final presentation. And then while you have your own bespoke collection, this is actually one of my final pieces. I presented 3 of them. This one was actually the derby with the Norwegian construction. My whole collection was based in trying to investigate different types of mechanisms or interchangeable pieces for the classic shoes to have more options than just one. So in this case, you could change those colored laces. And yeah, kind of that was it. If you have any questions, let me know.
Feel free to open your microphone or to write them in the chat. I know Natalia has been an alumni, and she's also been an assistant. I mean, she's done many things, so maybe she can be really helpful and navigate the course, any doubt you may have. Okay, just asks, do you last on your lap or on a lasting pin?
We last on our lap. There is a lasting pin, but we last on our lap.
And then Rainy asks, do you get to customize more than one shoe last?
In class, we customize one for ourselves. If then you have time or you want to do more in the 4 weeks for your final collection, you can. I did one for a family member, but not part of the course. I did on this extra time I had. You will have to have the measurements in case it's not for you, and then it's possible.
Then Kisa asks, is the studio available on the weekends to work on project? So at the moment, the school, the ateliers workshops are closed in the evenings and in the weekends. So you have time to, actually enough time to work also after 4. The ateliers are open until 5:30, so you can also work on your own. But yeah, not on the weekends. So are there any questions, any other questions you would like to ask? Otherwise, we'll head on to the fashion presentation, and I'll do a bit of introduction, then I'll give the word to Valeria. All good for the bespoke? Okay. Then in case you had anything coming up in the next minutes, you were going to do a Q&A afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a bit more about the fashion course. Okay, so the fashion making course is both a master program, a one-year master program that's made of 4 modules. So it lasts 40 weeks starting in August 31st. But it's also a modular technical pathway that's composed of 4 modules. 10 weeks per module. You can decide to attend one module on its own, or you can do combos. So you can decide to attend 1, 2, or 3 modules. So that's very interesting because it's vertical. Each module is vertical on a specific topic. So the first module will start on August 31st and it's going to end on November 6th. And it's going to be on women's wear, pattern making. Usually that's the starting point for, for fashion programs. Then during winter time, so from November 9th to January 29th, there's going to be a Christmas break, as I said. So from December 24th until July 6th. So the school is going to be closed. There's going to be the second module, which is the draping and textile experimentation, where we're going to be, making 3D patterns. So I don't know if you know draping, but instead of doing them in 2D, and then, putting the pattern on the fabric, you're going to be pinning the fabric directly to the mannequin and then putting it in 2D. Then I'm sure Valeria will explain that more precisely, but that's a bit of it. And then you're going to be experimenting with the different types of textiles and fabrics. The third module is in early spring, so from February 8th to April 16th. And it's going to be focused on menswear pattern making, which is something that it's not often done. And we believe that's really valuable and really interesting also for people that maybe have already done women's wear, maybe are only interested in menswear. And that's very something we look forward to doing, I think. The module 4 is the late spring, the last one, which is the collection development from April 19th to June 25th. So it's a bit of a testing ground, we say, for people that would like to open their brands and to work on their own, because you're going to be supported, but still you're also going to be working on your own and making sure that you meet deadlines and seeing also what your weaknesses may be and what your strengths are. But still you're going to be in the school here at Schola, and the teachers and the mentors are still going to be there to help edit, modify the patterns, or with whatever help you may need. So as I said, the single module is 20 weeks long. The 2-module combo is 20 weeks, the 3-module combo is 32 weeks, while the fashion making master program, the full program, is 40 weeks long. Then I'll just introduce a bit of Valeria, and then she's going, I'm sure she can introduce herself. Maybe I want, she knows way much than I do, so she's going to be very precise. She's our maestro, our coordinator, and she's been a pattern maker and so many other things for many years now. So maybe Valeria, you can introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Desideria. Yes, I feel like you know my resume better than I do, but has been quite a long since I've been working as pattern maker. Since I've been in the fashion business since 2009. First, as I think that many of you do now, I started studying fashion design. And then little by little, after graduating in fashion design, I realized that the thing that was more worth to me was transforming designs into pattern. So not just the ability of drawing ideas, but making those ideas come real through patterns, first of all, and through all the techniques to construct those patterns into finished garments. And I decided that that was going to be my career. So I left fashion design after about 3 years of being assistant in a small company and also at the same time assistant at the university. And I decided to take further courses into pattern making in the specific. And then I started the conventional pattern making in paper, all the draping and sewing techniques. But then at the same time, I've also studied the one that is computer aided to realize that there's nothing that makes me feel as well in the end of the day as touching fabric and paper, cutting real fabric and so on. And that's why I'm here, because I really value the handicraft, the experience that handicraft creates by creating a community of makers that is truly a community. And also imagine that in a world where more and more things are created by AI, and where without the things are original, what you can still do with your hands is unique. That's why I really support this course, and I'm happy to be here to teach in this. The course is very intensive because it's a 7 hours a day course. It means it's like a full-time job. And of course, those who enroll can decide at which depth, at which level you want to take it. There's a basic level where you do just your hours per day, but I see most of the people getting very engaged in these. So even after the course hours, in the evening, they do research about designs, they do some other activities for which you don't need a lab. Because in school, of course, we have a fully equipped lab where everything is structured like in a real tailoring lab. So with machines, with the industrial machines, and also many other machines for handicraft, which have all the different kind of stitches and are extremely versatile. Of course, also we have overlock, the dummies, everything for pattern making, sewing properly, and of course also for draping. At the same time, there's also a library with materials to do research on your own or guided in group. Because of course, each one of these 4 elements, 4 modules that makes the whole year course have a structure so that they have a beginning and an end, of course, with an outcome. The women's wear pattern making starts, of course, from scratches. So in case most of you has already taken some women's wear courses, which are the most common, also the ones offered at universities, sometimes even in the fashion design degrees. Well, in case you have started from basic blocks, which were even ready, what we do here is different. It's starting from scratches, from the human body measurements, and really understanding how to structure a pattern from a blank page. Of course, it's not just about making patterns, but it's about learning the construction techniques, the proper one for each garment, the tailored techniques, but at the same time with an eye on the industry techniques, which means the one that allow to see a garment being built within a certain time frame. It means we will not take a semester long, not even 10 weeks long, to make just one garment or one prototype, but we will study several. It's also very important to understand which kind of material is the most adequate to a certain project. And at the end of each module, there's a finished product which you can take home and can be part of your portfolio in the future. Draping a textile, in a way, restarts where women's wear pattern making has stopped, but can be also taken on its own because it's independent, and is about exploring the women's wear construction, pattern construction in another way. So it's not 2D to 3D, but it's the other way around. It will be about starting draping on a dummy and arriving to having a pattern 2D through learning and pinning and writing and taking notes directly on the dress form. It's very important to understand fully a process. And also along with these, there's a course on textile based on natural dyes and surface research. In draping is also particularly important to understand the dimension of fabric, because working in grain line or in bias will be extremely different, and to understanding thickness and which fabric is the most adequate to a certain product. So together is very important, these two things together, the draping and the textile, one along with the other. And then, as Desideria mentioned, there's this course in menswear, which is the part less known, less studies of pattern making. Through these, as in women's wear, there's a starting part where from scratches, from the body's measurement, we sketch the pattern from zero. And then this basic block, this pattern will be transformed into garments made with precision, where the fit will be analyzed, where correction on pattern will be done on prototype, and then again we'll go back to the pattern, so it will be finalized as in the industry. And all the courses come along with a responsible material use. We will also emphasize how important it is to cut not just in the right direction, but especially in a way that fabric can be used at the most, because the sustainability is in the behind of each one of our courses. And in the end, for those who have taken one of these modules or three of these modules, or even for those who already come with a background in fashion and just want to develop a collection, there's these very important one, the collection development module, where you will be guided in design and in pattern making, in draping, in tailoring technique to make your own collection. This is very important to create a portfolio. This is also important to become aware of the process in its whole. It's very important to become independent while guided by professionals in this field, which are fashion designers, myself as pattern makers, and others which will be your tutors throughout this year. And I think that if you have questions, I'm very happy to be here and to answer.
Yeah, feel free to write them or to open your microphone if you feel confident. Valeria's here to help you with any doubt you may have.
Hi. So I'm already accepted into the fall, this upcoming fall. So I'll be seeing you soon in August. But I guess I just have a question on, because I'm coming from the United States. Will you guys be helping with like the visa process? Because I'm assuming I'll probably need one since I'll be there for like 10 months.
Yeah, we help you with that. Yeah, we help you with, with the letter of acceptance, and we give you all the documents needed to proceed with the visa, since it's something that always takes a bit of time, because it's always
yeah.
But
do you need, sorry.
No worries. Yeah. Feel free to.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, when would I get back about that? Because at least here it's very difficult to get an appointment at the consulate, and they're only open like 3 days a week for 3 hours, so it's pretty hard to get an appointment.
I always suggest trying to book it as soon as possible, and then of course we help with all the documents and we send you everything. So I would suggest, really, I know it's tough. We know that there's many consulates that are kind of stuck, so they don't have much availability. But yeah, we suggest you to try to book the first available slot, and then we help you through with everything, with all your documents and all the documents we can help you with. There's also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Italy, where you can, type in where you're from and how long you're going to be staying, what kind of visa you're applying, and there's the list of all the documents that are needed. I'll share it here in the chat. So for anyone that needs it, but yeah.
Also, a tip that might help with booking your appointment is email the consulate directly. You'll probably get a automatic reply. I know for Vancouver's bookings, it's Sunday, Thursday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Vancouver time, so midnight Rome time. They unlock a lot of new appointments that time. So like there might just be specific times for your consulate, so email them.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So there was a question. So is there any opportunities for internship program? So we, Florence and Tuscany are renowned for its, also for leather, but there's also many big brands. A lot of luxury brands have their production sites in Florence, and we do have alumni that actually worked for one of these brands. I mean, if you're it's not nice to say, but if you're good and if you're willing to stay in Italy, because also many people decide to go back to their own country, we can definitely we've got a network, so we can help you with that in that sense. Any other fashion related question? Maybe we can ask Valeria if there's anything vertical on fashion. Otherwise, I saw there was a question on the leather course, but maybe we can dive later on the other questions. Anything for fashion? Anything you would like to know? Otherwise, feel free to email info@Schola.Academy for any questions you may have in the next days. So after the open day. So no, I think fashion. I think Valeria, you've been very clear, too clear probably. So there's no questions out. So maybe we can, in the meantime, Isabel asked about the bag making course. So what software do you use to create the pattern? So actually, you don't use any software. It's all done with your hands, since we really believe in learning through making with your hands. So you're going to be, starting from the patterns that are already there. So from pre-existing patterns, and then you're going to edit those and work on those with those patterns, and then all the edits and modifications you're going to be doing are going to be done with your hand, with your pencil, and that's the software, I would say. So for the September training, what is the schedule? The course is going to be starting on August 31st and going all the way until January 29th, with a Christmas break from December 24th till January 6th. The schedule is 9:30, 5:30, with the lunch break in between. Is there a special event for the collection presentation? Yes, there is. So on one of the last days of course, there's going to be a showcase, a final presentation, where all of the courses are going to be presenting their work. So there's going to be a special evenings where we're going to be you can invite your family, your friends, whoever you'd like to have on that night, and we're going to be hosting also guests. They are going to be looking at what you've done, so it's a nice way for you also to interact with also between each other. So you can going to see the products of months of work that also your colleagues from other departments have done, from the ceramics, from the fashion course, from all of the different courses. So is there any question also fashion related, bespoke shoemaking related, bag making related, or also something, I don't know, any technical logistical kind of question? Anything that
hey there. I was wondering if the shoemaking course has like an annual offering of it, because I tend to graduate from my school in a year, and I was hoping to enjoy the class in next year.
Yeah, so the bespoke shoemaking course only has one intake per year. So it starts in September. So this year is going to start on August 31st because it's a Monday. But each year it starts in September, late August, but usually it's September every year. So next year it's still going to be there, and we hope you're going to join us once you graduate, obviously. Why are you graduating? Where are you graduating?
I'm graduating in design.
Design, okay, then yeah, you definitely need probably that background. I'm sure you're going to, that's going to help you with the construction and with everything. Thank you, Miguel. Any other question?
Really quick, do you help with finding housing, and what's the timeline for that?
Yeah, we do help you with the accommodation. We've got a list of partners and landlords that we collaborate with, and we share that with you upon enrollment. We don't share it before just because we've got all of their contact details, and just for privacy reasons. There's different types of solutions ranging from rooms in shared apartments to studios to one-bedroom apartments to whatever you may need. It also depends on the area you'd like to live. We're based in Santo Spirito, Porta Romana area, so these are the neighborhoods, but it depends if you want to live in the city center, if you want to maybe live a bit more maybe in the hills. In Florence, there's also the hills that are very close. That's a personal choice of yours. But yeah, we help you with that. So Tanya, also feel free to also email us if you've got any questions, anything. Feel free to.
I have. It's just taking a long time for a response.
Okay. Probably we lost it, probably, but I'll check that now. So if,
thank
maybe,
you.
Yeah, we've got some emails that go in the spam, but I'll check the accommodation email, and I'll send you all the details from all the landlords and everything. Okay.
I was also wondering if you've had any students that have successfully had part-time jobs during their programs, just to make money on the side, so that way I could continue funding myself outside of school.
So I think the main, I mean, you can do that maybe in the evenings, I would say, or in the weekends, because you're free. The only problem is that if you're here on a study visa, I'm afraid you don't have the, you cannot actually work. That's the only problem, actually, because maybe you would have the time. You'd be tired maybe, because probably you'd have the physical time to work in the evenings, but it's more of a visa problem, that since you have a study visa, yeah, that's the only thing.
Got it. Thank you.
No worries at all. Any other question? Any curiosities? Any doubt? Any help? We can.
Do you help also if you want to start your brand? Is there a class during the class that we have that you helping us to start, like how is it working to start your brand? And
so we I mean in the leather course, so as we said, there's the design module. So of course that really helps you conceive, because there's all of the making, Flavia, and there's also, okay, so yeah, then we'll just head back to the, because Alessandro said that the students that have visa can also work up to 20 hours per week. So I didn't know that, sorry. But maybe that's something you could take a look at. I wasn't sure because of the visa, so I was afraid that was a bit of an obstacle, but maybe that's an option. So sorry, Isabel. Yeah, I was saying that in the design module, you can also you're going to start. It's going to be like it's a first step into launching a brand, I'd say, because it's about knowing how to conceive a collection from the very start, from the very first references you collect, making a mood board, to also knowing how to do the technical drawings, and knowing how to choose the leather. And also you're going to be visiting, the leather suppliers or tanneries. That depends on the years, but sometimes you also get to visit the tanneries. And also, knowing that's how I would say how you build your brand. It's how you build a collection first, but then many of our students decided to open the brands. And also something that we we like, we value very much is seeing our students building their own brands. And also we've got huge spaces, and sometimes there's also like Natalie Spielman from the Bespoke course that after various experiences she's done, she decided also to come back here, and she's now coming here to school. She's not attending lessons, but she's taking advantage of all the space and all the machines. So she's developing her own brand, and that's something we love. That's there's something that we call, it's the open lab for internal students, but we also have this similar thing. It's called craft your brand, which is also intended for external students, because as we said, we're a creative ecosystem, so we really love to see our students grow, but we also like to see maybe people from outside that maybe have never attended our courses, but they come here and also influence our students. They get to interact with each other. So yeah, we think our spaces can really be a sort of accelerator, we like to call it, for brands, and it's a bit of I'd say a testing ground, because you're in a space that's safe, because you're inside school. There's also teachers, there's professors, there's mentors. So you also, if you want, we also customize this craft your brand program with your needs. So in case you needed, I don't know, assistance from a leather making artisan once a week, we would also add that. So it's a testing ground, because you're on your own, but you're in a school. So it's a nice way for your brand to start, we think. Yeah. Anything else? Any questions? Oh, good. You tell us. I mean, you know that you've got our email, so info@Academy, so you know where to find us for anything logistics related, course related, anything.
I was wondering, the piece behind you towards more your right, with the no, it's the one with the matching patterns on the shoes, the inside lining of the purse.
Yeah, I can, if you want, I can try and show you the one you saw in the video.
Yeah. I was wondering, how often do you guys have students that collaborate like that together within the workshop? Is that more of a rare occurrence, or was that just for that one piece?
This was a project that we conceived because we wanted maybe I can try and, I don't know if you can see it. We can try, sorry about that. This wasn't scripted, so it's not, okay, maybe you can see it. Yeah, okay, there it is. So it's a project that we actually conceived because we wanted the students from different departments to work together. So it's something that we actually want to do more and more of, because what I said, that's what we really value. Different students from different backgrounds, different parts of the world, and working with different types of fabric, leather, clay, the food, because there's also the kitchen, they're working with essential oils. So people that have a different expressive medium, but all of them are trying to say something. And we really think that it's valuable, the exchange that you students can have with each other, it's really valuable. So it's actually, we want to have more of these projects. One is this one, the other dresses are also another type of project that was done in collaboration with Artemisia, but we actually have those kinds of projects. And we think that the students also love taking part in these types of projects. Sometimes it can also be an extra challenge, because it's an extra project on top of all the things you have to do. So sometimes it can be challenging. So that's why we don't put too many, because we would like to do many, but you're the ones doing all of the things you have to do, so we don't want you to overwork. But it's definitely something we want to do, and I'm glad that you asked this, because I think you'd be keen on doing this. Am I correct?
Yeah, it does seem interesting. Just because, like you said, we're all working within the same space, so I feel like it'd be easy to figure out who and what ideas mesh better together, or who works better together in that sense, and like who would be interested in doing so.
You can also decide to start collaborations that also go beyond the walls of the school. So yeah, would love to be that place for you, a place that where you can not only learn but also connect with each other, make something bigger, something greater, and even more creative and innovative. What you could be doing on your own. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too, but that's a little further down the line, so I was going to hold off on that.
You have the kitchen. Like, is there a possibility for us to eat there and then like helping the people in the kitchen, like by eating and paying like a fee or something like that? Is there anything like that?
At the moment, the kitchen is just for the culinary students because there's a lot of courses. So at the moment, I cannot say that you could be going there, but maybe in the future. For now, it's for the culinary students, but obviously we would love to have, a community lunch or something like that once in a while. We're open to, to creating moments where you guys, but also us, can interact with you. So maybe a communal lunch is something we can also think about. That's a great advice. So, could you get the email regarding housing? Yeah, sure, right. I'll send you the email regarding the housing. Yeah. So Rainy, I'm not sure if I missed it, but these classes only start in the fall. So for these courses, so apart from the Bespoke Shoemaking course that only starts once a year in September, the other courses, so the bag making course, also starts in April. The fashion course, since it's a master program, it starts in September with women's wear, 10 weeks of women's wear, 10 weeks of draping and textile experimentation that ends at the end of January. Then there's spring, there's menswear, and then in late spring, there's collection development. So I'd say the bag making course is the only one that runs twice a year, while the shoemaking has a sort of a cycle. Sorry, the fashion making, my bad, as a sort of a cycle. So if you're interested in the menswear and the collection development, you can also start in the spring. Otherwise, if you want to do the full 1 year master program, there's only the start of in September. It's only that one. Yeah.
I know that Tanya was asking a question about, I think it's Tanya, she was asking where to live. Yeah. Like, now we are seeing each other and we know that people are doing shoemaker, but it's all in the same time. Is there a possibility of having kind of an apartment sharing, like we have the kitchen like all together, but you can have like your own room?
We also have a housing group, a Google group, where that we always send where people can join, and they can upload a sort of message where they just introduce themselves and say, okay, I'm starting September, I would like to live with someone else, I'm looking for an apartment. So there is that housing group. Sometimes people, maybe if you don't get any reply, it's just because maybe no one is looking for a housemate. So just because sometimes it can happen that maybe no one replies because maybe it's not on your timeline. Sometimes, the courses like culinary start later, but yeah, there's that group that helps you doing that with your classmates and course mates. For the bag making course, Ashley asks, so what does the structure of a typical day look like? Is it all in the studio or broken up into lessons at studio time? So it's all done in the studio. So in the building you've seen the campus store. So a typical day would be like lesson in the morning, then you'd be working on that specific task, on that specific procedure thing that the mentor just taught you. So you're going to be working on that thing until your hands kind of feel at ease, and maybe you're going to be repeating that and redoing it, because sometimes things maybe you won't be able to do that at the first take, and that's totally okay. Then there's going to be another lesson. Usually there's also another lesson in the afternoon, and then you're going to be practicing on that specific task. So usually it's you're going to be making different types of bags. bucket bags and saddle bag, the pochette, and so of course each day there's one step, you're going to one step forward until your bag is made. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
I know that you touched on this a little bit, but I think I read in one of the brochures that at least in the fashion program, the studio was like accessible or maybe open to students after the program even ended. Can you just touch on that just a little bit?
Yeah, that's the Open Craft Studio. Actually, it's called Open Lab for the students that already attended a course of ours. So that means that we really like to see our students grow and maybe develop their own brands and see what they're up to. So if sometimes people are looking, they want to stay in Italy, they want to stay in Florence, or even just prolong their stay 1 or 2 months longer after the end of the course. So we customize the plan to your needs. So it can be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 1 year. It really depends on what you're looking for, how long you're planning on staying here. And you've got access to the school's machines and spaces, and we can also add a customized, didactic plan. Because if you want to have your, I don't know, a pattern making maestro like Valeria to check up on you once a month, once a week, and so you can every day you're going to be working on your own things, and then once every 2 weeks, I'm just randomly saying. Once every 2 weeks, she comes here and she says, okay, maybe you should fix this, fix that. And then you just go, you just move on with your things. And yeah, that's something we really like, really value. And we want to put you in contact also with people that maybe have done other, maybe they're already designers, but sometimes don't have the space, they don't have the machinery. So sometimes they're looking for a space, and we would love for you students to maybe interact with also other professionals. So yeah, this is the Open Lab or Craft Your Brand. We also have this Craft Your Brand program that Natalie, the student, and mentor and assistant that is presented the Bespoke Shoemaking course. She's now crafting her own brand here at Schola. So we really get to see you growing. And yeah, we really value that. So feel free to also email us. We've been in touch already, but yeah, we also customize plans based on your needs, basically.
Thank you. That helps a lot.
Thank you. So is there any other questions? Anything you'd like to ask us? Any curiosity of yours? Sorry.
Yeah, I have a question. I think we talked back a while back, and I apologize for getting on so late. I guess I had a few questions. So when it comes with housing, as I didn't catch her name, Isabel was referring to housing. Is it any wheelchair accessible housing? And if so, would it be best for me to have to live with someone due to my disability, or would that be based on my call? And I'm interested in the footwear course, but I know you told me that it's upstairs, and I was wondering if there's an accommodation that can be made for me to be able to take that course, because I can't walk yet, so I'm not going to be able to go up and down the stairs, but I just don't want that to deter me from following my dreams and being able to take this course, because I feel that I deserve to take the course just as everyone else.
Hi, Mari. Yeah, we spoke earlier this year, I think. I remember you. So yeah, at this moment, Florence is kind of tough, and I have to say straight, it's not very accessible since it's an old city. So sometimes it can be hard in that sense. But we really, I think every day and every year, we try to make the venue more accessible. That's what we try to do. At the moment, the Bespoke Shoemaking course is upstairs. And yeah, for what concerns the classes, we could see, I mean, feel free to email us, and maybe we can see if it's something we can do depending on when you would like to start. And everything, we can try to see if we can maybe accommodate your request. Maybe try to see if there's any way of, you know, making your own workstation, maybe downstairs instead of the first floor. Regarding housing, there's many options. Obviously, maybe I'll have to check. Maybe it depends on what one is available on the period you're looking for, period of time you're looking for. But yeah, there are options there. I mean, in Florence there are many. There are maybe on the first, second, third floor, but there's also other on the ground floor. So yeah, that's something maybe we can maybe further investigate together to try to really be as accessible as we can, because yeah, we really would like to be able to welcome here anybody that likes to follow their dream and their passion. Yeah.
Thank you. And also, I guess I have a few more questions. Are there any prerequisites with doing the footwear design course? And also when having to pay for rent and things like that, does the school offer jobs that we can work at the school, like possibly in the cafeteria or something of that nature?
So we don't have like jobs available here at the school. Like we said before, students that with a study visa, sorry, can work up to 20 hours per week legally, since you have a study visa and not a job one. So yeah, what you asked me something else? Sorry, I'm sorry, I forgot.
No, you're okay. I was asking if there's a prerequisite when applying for the footwear track.
So we don't have any pre-requirements needed. So it's for people that have never done anything shoe related before, it's totally okay. Feel free to apply. But something we really want to see, something we ask for, is a motivation letter. So we ask for a motivation letter, your CV, and a portfolio if you have it, because we really want to see your passion and commitment. But having previous experience is not a requirement, since we're a school and we're here because we want to learn stuff that you don't know already. So no worries if you don't know anything about shoemaking yet.
Okay, thank you.
So Valeria, bye. And yeah, I think that bye Noah. I think that if there are no other questions, I think it's all. I'd say feel free to write us, feel free to email us, whatever. And we hope.
Sorry, I had a question.
Yeah.
With the after program as well, the Open Studio Crafts, I did want to say I was also planning on participating in that, but with my visa, I know that I was going to let them know that I was going to be there for 40 weeks, but I didn't know how accurately a time frame I would give them for that as well. Because I would, like you said, like to stay, I would like to further my stay rather than just the 1-year program.
Yeah. The thing is that, there's also an option, because you come from the US. So in terms of visa, you're allowed to stay 90 more days after the end of your study visa.
Okay.
Without any need, without any need to do anything, basically. So that's also something that we can take into consideration, because that's really easy for US citizens in that sense.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
No worries. No worries at all.
I'm sorry, one more question. I guess just to confirm. So the footwear course is 1 year, correct?
No, the footwear course is 20 weeks. So from August 31st until January 29th. Perfect. Yeah, anything, yeah, even. I don't know if you were trying to ask. Yeah.
Is there a specific visa as far as, like, because I'm looking at it right now, do I just apply for the study visa? Would it be the university enrollment?
It's a study visa. So it's not it's just a
university,
visa with no universities, because we're not a university in the strict sense. Just because,
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I will email y'all again as well. So we'll be in.
Yeah, sure. Feel free to email us for sure, so we can really dive deep into all the visa struggles. Okay, so I think we're good.
Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you for participating.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think we're good. Feel free to email us, and I wish you a great day, a great spring day. Okay?
Buonasera.
Arrivederci.
Everybody.
Bye.
A presto.
A presto, a presto. See you in August. Ciao, ciao, ciao.